Helen here with Eyes on the Game here in Anaheim for UFC 241 Fight Week, being joined by the heavyweight champion and 2019 SB MMA Fighter of the Year, Mr. Daniel Cormier. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a big honor for me.
Yes, and very well deserved as well. Now, you and Stipe just had the face-offs. What did you see in his eyes or notice?
I mean, it's just a face-off, you know, like everybody looks pissed off. Every face-off I've ever done in my life, everybody looks so mad. So I saw an angry guy that wants to punch me in the face.
Now, going into this fight, I spoke to Stipe. He said that his mentality obviously has changed a lot. What do you sense from him?
I mean, I don't know, you know, like, I mean, he looks like a guy that wants to beat me up. I mean, that's kind of what I expect, you know, like I'm about to fight him, you know. So I really haven't spent much time wondering about, like, what his mentality is, honestly. Like, kind of is what it is.
But yesterday, I did notice you kind of talk about his power and his punches. Obviously undefeated in the heavyweight division, leading back to the Strikeforce days, right? Fought and beaten tough guys like Bigfoot Silva to Josh Barnett. I mean, where do you rank Stipe's power then?
You know, man, there's a lot of big punching heavyweights, but you know, I think some of the harder punches I've ever taken have been from some of the guys at 205. You know, if I'm being honest, like Rumble Johnson hit very hard. Dan Henderson hit very hard. Derrick Lewis hit very hard. Derrick Lewis is probably the hardest punching guy that I've ever felt. You know, and Stipe hit hard, but normal. You know, it was like normal. It wasn't something that as soon as he hit me, I was like, oh my goodness. You know, but which is crazy because when you watch his highlights, every time he hits these guys with a right hand, they're just like going out. But then when he hit me with it, I was like, oh, I'm still here, you know?
So does that kind of mean your game plan going into Saturdays kind of the same as before?
No, it's changed. I'm going to do some things different. Yeah, I'm going to do some things different. It's no two fights are the same. You know, Stipe's going to be better and more well-prepared, and I'm better and more well-prepared. It'll be a different fight.
Now, what do you attribute to your success in the heavyweight division?
I think my speed really does give these guys problems. You know, I'm a lot faster than them. I work hard, man. I don't train like I'm fighting a heavyweight. I train like I'm fighting at 205, and I don't know if those guys carry the same workload that I carry, so the cardio holds up.
Now, speaking of 205, obviously, I'm sure you've gotten so many John Jones questions this week, but I mean, it's for your rematch against Stipe. Does that kind of bother you or frustrate you that it seems that every fight, regardless who you're fighting, the John Jones topic comes up?
Well, I mean, I think that we're so closely tied together, and the guy beat me twice. Like, nobody else has beaten me, so it's like when people think of a weakness for Daniel Cormier, that's like the only thing that they can really talk to me about, because that's the only time I've truly faced adversity. So I get it. I don't anticipate it ever changing, but I'm doing my own thing. And
he did tweet something about GOAT talk, right? And also you're ranked #1 pound for pound. What do you think he needs to do to be ranked #1? Do you think he should fight you at heavyweight rather than light heavyweight?
I think when you talk about pound for pound, you talk about skills that translate divisions. And the reason I'm #1 is because I won at light heavyweight. I won at heavyweight. I'm sure he would do fine at heavyweight. He would do fine at heavyweight. You know, I mean, I think if he ever went up there, he'd be really surprised at how far his skill level would go in the heavier weight class. But in the GOAT conversation, that's a tough one. You know, I don't think you can have any of those allegations tied to your name. You just can't.
And lastly, what would you like to tell all your fans who will be tuning in Saturday night?
I just want to thank you guys for the support, you know, pushing me through this whole thing. It's been a decade, and I love each and every one of you for always holding me down.
Congratulations on the continued success.
Thank you.